Hey, perhaps some of you guys are going through some of these symptoms and you're not quite sure how to make sense of it. It possibly could be the dark night of the soul. It's not just about depression or sadness or a bad season in your life. It is a spiritual and emotional unraveling that completely strips you of all illusions, all attachments, ego, identities, and false sense of control. And it's described as a period where your soul is disconnected from God, your universe, higher power, and source. It kind of feels like a loss of identity, numbness, despair. There's dread, feeling of abandonment by God or the universe or source. It's a complete breaking of all of this at once. But there is a deeper truth. And I have to tell you, it's not about punishment. It's all about purification. It is the soul's sacred initiation of internal death and rebirths your true self. And how it works is the soul's process, the crumbling of your ego, the crumbling of relationships and belief systems, unaligned attachments, they all begin to collapse. You could lose jobs, friendships, homes, or clarity about who you are. And it's totally not personal. It's a complete spiritual surgery. And you feel spiritually lost. You cry out and you hear silence, and nothing brings you comfort. Even prayer may feel dry. This is where the soul is being emptied so that you can be filled with truth. So surrender. After being exhausted, you're just exhausting yourself trying to fix, trying to chase, trying to numb the pain. You collapse into surrender. This is the doorway. Surrender is the sacred yes to your transformation. The awakening is slow. Light seeps in, synchronicities return. You see beauty in small things. You begin remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. The rebirth, you rise. You, in your own form, not in your old form, but in your new form, as the soul is on fire with purpose, integrity, and deep spiritual wisdom. You now live aligned with the Most High. It's beautiful. And it's messy and it's beautiful. The messy part is you cry, you rage, you let go of identities that you once clung to. You feel betrayed by life, maybe even by God or higher source. Old trauma rises. You isolate, you question everything. And the beauty in it is becoming real. You meet your true self. You start healing your soul. And you speak louder than your fears. You connect with the divine in ways that religion never showed you. You birth purpose from your pain. And then you're never the same. And how does it elevate and ascend us? Well, you develop spiritual discernment. Your heart opens up to unconditional love. You're no longer can be controlled by ego. You walk in purpose and in divine alignment. You begin to live, not just survive. You no longer chase, you attract what is meant for you. You embody compassion, wisdom, and sovereignty. Now, understanding the process, it's a promise of resurrection. The dark night of the soul isn't the end. It's the sacred beginning. It leads to higher consciousness, intimate connection with Source, a reconnection with your inner child, excuse me, and emotional intelligence and spiritual maturity. It's changed my life. Peace that isn't dependent on outside circumstances. You don't need validation. It's the stripping away of everything that is not you so that you can become who you were born to be. So, the dark night is where you lose the old world and you find your soul. It's the sacred breakdown that leads through breakthrough. It's the unraveling that reveals your wings. It's the valley that leads to the mountaintops. And through it, you don't just awaken, you ascend. Not to escape the world, but to live in it as light. That's the beauty. So if you're feeling any of these symptoms, surrender. Surrender. See what happens. Your life will change. It's a spiritual awakening, and it's a gift. I hope this helps. Love and light.